Alright, it's time for a channel update. You're probably wondering where the new content is, where are the videos of my car, where is the Most Wanted 1 Cop series, how come there aren't any more NFS Rivals Cop series videos, and how come there aren't any more Most Wanted 2 videos? Well, that's like an 8-barreled question, so we'll just do one at a time. Videos for my car, I'm just waiting back from the speed shop. I dropped it off to them, I want to say earlier, or late last week, and they've been working on it pretty much around the clock, and it's good. The car needed a lot of work, and I mean, they had to bend the headers around the car's frame and the transmission bell housing because obviously long tube headers. I knew there'd be fitment issues, but it's nice because I can keep my column shifter linkage. I don't have to relocate my engine oil or transmission fluid dipsticks, and I don't have to relocate my steering shaft. It's just they have to hammer the headers so they'll fit around the frame and the transmission bell housing. I should have it back Monday or at the very, very, very latest Tuesday, probably early Tuesday at this rate, but that's okay. And so obviously, what am I going to do when I get it back? Well, of course, I'll do a startup exhaust node and revving and wide open throttle and all that lovely stuff. She's going to be fantastic. She's going to fly. I mean, it's yeah, or rather about as fly as much as you can with a lovely 273 rear axle ratio. That'll be swapped out next summer. You're also wondering about NFS Most 101 Cop series. Now, I think it's a phenomenal series. I've loved making the videos. I still do, but it's the way I record them. It's very, very demanding on hard drive space. And as it stands now, I have 114 gigabytes of space, and I might be able to clear off another 20 to 30. But even then, it's not uncommon for me to use 10 to 15 gigabytes for a single episode. And I don't just record chases for a single episode. I record like 2 hours worth of footage probably, and then that's probably good for 2 or 3 episodes, maybe more, because there's a lot that goes into the recording. It's very editing intensive series as well, getting all the dialogue and the radio codes down exactly right. I mean, I make it look easy, but there's yeah, I consult charts and tables and everything. I watch the video 800 times. It's fun, and I still sometimes make mistakes, as some of you guys have pointed out. But it's okay. That's what happens. Now, NFS Rivals Cop Series, on the other hand, I guess I've been very slowly editing some of the early episodes and the footage for it, but I'm really not interested in Rivals for a cop series. Most Wanted 1 is a much better game in general, and it's a much better game for a cop series, mainly because it's on PC and I have mods, and it's just wonderful. So, I think that covers. Oh, yeah, and what about Most Wanted 2? Yes, the racing game that I like and also don't like. Well, I guess perhaps because I was just getting impatient in general. This is what happens. I get impatient about one thing, and then it can lower my threshold for other things. I was impatient about my car. I didn't know how much of work would set me back, so yeah, I probably wasn't as fair to Most Wanted 2 as I should have been. But whatever, because as my friend Afternoon Seven, one of my racing driver buddies, will confirm, I did in fact snap my disc. I mean, the disc runs fine. I mean, aside from the fact I snapped it, it's in like 8 pieces. I mean, it ran fine despite like I want to say a little over 400 hours of gameplay. The original disc, which is pretty incredible. But hey, that's okay. Before that, I got a couple really good races. I got some races with the Carrera S. I'm pretty sure I have a couple with the LFA, and I might have a few with the Aventador J. So what I'll do, I'll transfer those over to the computer at some point in time, and I'll throw those into a video, more of just a hiatus video, because I do plan on re-downloading Most Wanted too. When the price comes down to $20, I'll check in maybe 3 to 4 months, and I'll just burn $20 on a digital download. Then I'll be forced to keep it. So, hopefully by then some of the douchebags will quit and move on to greener pastures, or so I hope. That doesn't usually turn out to be the case. And then you're also wondering what else. If some of you, and by that I mean maybe one or two of you, know that I got Mercenaries 2 working on my Xbox 360. I mean, I just dug through my games. I'm like, oh look, Mercenaries 2, and then I found the disc and it fired right up. I installed it to the hard drive, and I've just been playing it. It's nice. It's really nice because, of course, I've been wanting to do more Helicopter Squadron videos for the longest time, but for whatever reason, I just got discouraged when I couldn't get the cheats to work when I was not connected to live back when I canceled my live subscription and all this stuff. It was really weird, but it's okay now. It definitely works, and without going into too much detail, The next Mercenaries 2 Helicopter Squadron videos will be the best ones I have ever done, and by a big margin. And there'll also be a tutorial video showing how to do the squadron with a specific type of helicopter that, to the best of my knowledge, is only available at one point in time during the game. Hint: it's available during the Get Solano contract. That's the only hint I'm going to give you as to that. So what'll probably happen is I'll start with the helicopter squadron video. I see problems. I don't want to transfer all the videos now because my 32 gigabyte HD card or SD card is barely even full. It's got like maybe 7 gigabytes of footage on it. It's amazing. It's just so much. It's awesome. But on the other hand, I really want to get to editing the clips because I love the helicopter squadron videos. I really really do. So I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and just transfer it over and just complain about it later. And of course, like I said before, there'll be a tutorial video showing how to more or less assemble a squadron with that specific helicopter. Because you guys have seen my older videos on it. The fact that you can do it on an allied base. That's allied and Chinese work well. I also this is another hint, I suppose. The pirates are also phenomenal pilots. I mean, I probably flew for a good 3 hours with them when I was recording for my latest squadron attack video, and they didn't miss a beat. They had one instance when two of the helicopters just dinked each other just a little bit, and then they immediately, one of them climbed, another one descended. It was fine. We didn't shoot AA missiles at each other. We didn't have friendly fire with rockets. Nobody crashed into the ground and died. Nobody crashed into another helicopter and died. Nobody got shot down by a tank. It's incredible. I mean, they've done very well. I also learned that the PLAV are just awful pilots. Don't ever take a helicopter to them. They will not be good with it. So I'm sure someone, because people have updated the wiki page with my findings. They've cited me very informally, which is okay. I don't mind. I just do this for fun. So I'm not trying to make a career. I'm not trying to be some kind of brat about this. I just like finding things out about the game and proving that Mercenaries 2 is really fun if you have the right cheat codes for it. Because let's be honest, nobody ever can. I mean, unless you're an amazing pilot and can dodge machine gun bullets and rockets and AA missiles all at once in some cases, you're not going to be able to do a helicopter squadron video without cheats. And that's okay because the game's about having fun and destroying stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't get much better than flying with a big old squadron of anywhere from 3 to 5 friendly helicopters just in a big convoy, not a convoy, but like in a big squadron. We have our formations. It's awesome. You're really gonna like it. I know I will, so I guess that's good enough. Because usually the things that I like are the things you guys like. I don't know how the hell I got 2,800 subscribers. I literally don't even try for most of this stuff. But it's just funny how that works. So sorry if this went on for a little too long. There's a lot to cover. I want to make sure you all know what is going to be happening in the coming weeks. So stay tuned. It's going to be a rip-roaring good time, as always.